Welcome to the Boom Bap Kingdom. Yo, peace and welcome to the Boom Bap Kingdom. We're here and we're super duper chilling. And today we're doing a science experiment. I am sitting in front of the legendary Akai MPC 60. This is my MPC 60. I have owned this MPC 60 since 1989. It is still fully functional. The last video that I released, I talked about why I don't want to use a modern MPC. For me, it's not necessarily sonics, but I do understand why some people feel that way. I do not have a modern MPC, but what I do have is an Akai Force. I also have a Maschine Plus, among other things, but Akai and Native Instruments in terms of hip hop production are arguably the most prevalent brands. So what we're going to do today is we're going to compare the sonics of the MPC 60 to the Akai Force, which should give you an idea of how it stands up to a modern MPC, the Live 2 X XSE. I'm pretty confident all of those machines, including the Force, are using the exact same, if not similar, digital to audio converters and sample engines. We'll compare the 60 to the Force and Maschine Plus. My Force, my Maschine Plus, all of that is on the latest firmware. 1997 was the last time an official firmware was released by Roger Lynn for the Akai MPC 60. So I have the official Roger Lynn 3.10E firmware here. Latest firmware for the Force as of this recording and the latest for Maschine Plus as of this recording. Now we're going to make this super duper evenly matched. I have a 1-bar musical sample and a 1-bar breakbeat. What we're going to do is we're going to play that 1-bar sample and that 1-bar break at its normal pitch and then at its lowest pitch. We're not going to go all incrementally down. We're just going to go normal and lowest. But keep in mind, we have to go as low as the MPC 60 can go, which is -120. But in the modern world, that's -12 on Maschine Plus and the Akai Force. Now, what we have done is we've sampled these pieces from the same exact turntable, same vinyl, same cables, and everything here is running through my ADA 8200 into my Focusrite 18i Gen 3, and then out of the monitors. The audio that is produced by the samplers will be recorded to the H4n Pro. It's not running through any compressors, limiters, EQ. This audio is raw, coming from the turntable, sampled in already. I did that already. And you're going to get that raw audio coming out of these machines. We're going to be at full level on all of these in terms of velocity. So the velocity is set to full level on Maschine Plus and Akai Force. There are no effects. I want to make this as impartial as possible. I am not here to judge this. This is for you guys, because a lot of you guys are torn between what sounds better, the modern MPCs, the old MPCs. You guys can get in the comments and you guys can determine what sounds best. Everything is at the same volume level. This is apples to apples, as impartial as it can be. Another thing is I sampled the vinyl at 45 RPM because this is something we did in the 90s. We sampled at 45 because these original machines did not have a lot of RAM. The storage medium was extremely limited. I sampled at 45, and once we pitch, you will hear the artifacts and the transients. And I did that for all 3 machines in this test. Now, I will recommend that when you're listening, you wear a really good pair of headphones if you do not have really good studio monitors. Let's get to it. MPC 60 shootout, Sonics versus Maschine Plus versus Akai Force. MPC 60 first First is up will be the loop. We'll play it 3 times and then we'll move on. MPC 60, 45 RPM. Maschine plus. Akai force. Now, we're going to pitch the sample all the way down, and then we're going to do this again. MPC 60, lowest pitch, which is -120, the loop, 3 times. Maschine plus, lowest pitch, matching the MPC 60, -12, the loop, 3 times. Akai force, -12 on the pitch, the loop, play it 3 times. So far, that's the sample, the musical sample. Now we're going to test drums. 45 RPM, it's just a 1-bar break at 45 RPM. Each machine, we're going to start with the MPC 60. Drum break, 1 bar, 45 RPM, Maschine plus. Akai force, drum break, 1 bar, 45 RPM. Now, in PC 60, we're going to pitch to the lowest pitch. Negative 120. Listen to those artifacts. Maschine plus. Pitched the drum break to negative 12. Listen to the artifacts, etc. Akai force. We're going to pitch the sample to negative 12. That matches the negative 120 on the MPC 60. We're going to play the drum break 3 times here as well. Listen for your artifacts, etc. So there you have it. We compared the MPC 60 to the Maschine Plus to the Akai Force. We took a 1 bar sample, played it at 45 RPM on all 3 machines, took that same sample, pitched it all the way down to negative 12, which is as far down as the 60 can go. And then we did the same with a 1 bar drum break on all 3 machines, played it at 45 and then played it at negative 12. The samples came from the same turntable, same vinyl, same cable, everything to make this apples to apples, going through the same preamp in my rack, etc. So now that you have heard this, you guys need to study the audio in this video, get in those comments and tell me what you think, what sounded better to you and why. And I'm gonna leave you with a BBK salute. Peace.